I'm from Ekstrablad in Copenhagen. Ekstrablad used to be a traditional tabloid newspaper. But when I'm talking about a tabloid, we just talked about it before, in Scandinavia tabloids are, and the front page are like the Sun, but inside you have much more politics and cultural stuff. This is Ekstrablad nowadays. We are radio, TV, we have produced a live score which is soccer. We have produced a SoMe site called Dig Out. We have even produced 3 SoMe sites, sub-sites to Dig Out, and we are producing paid content called Extra, which is on top of the free content at Ekstrabladet DK. But what I'm going to talk about today is one of our latest projects, because how do we define quality? Do we have a common language about what quality is in a new digital world? So we lately tried to produce a project which should be to the newsroom, should define to the newsroom what quality is. Because quality early on was something like that the editors and journalists were talking about what people needed to know. And then we had the digital thing, which was always counting hard clicks. What we wanted to create was a new way of talking about quality in the newsroom, which is, you can say, combining tradition and hard clicks and adding some new factors to this one as well. So nowadays we have started up a project which was closely connected to our strategic goals. We wanted to have a reach of 1.1 million unique users every day. This is probably small numbers to you in larger countries, but you have to consider that we are only 5.5 million people in Denmark, which means that we are going to reach every second Dane which is older than 15 years in 2017. Nowadays we have like 850,000 unique users every day. And then we want to get TV on the move, and we want to have 400,000 people registered to our website, and we wanted to have 100,000 paying customers at our Extra, which is a paid content area on our website. Nowadays we have like 40,000 paying customers, and we have to create 60,000 new paying customers. And then we, of course, want to make money, because in this industry, if you can't make money, you can't do stories. So we had to change everything from this traditional newspaper into something new. And then we made it a kind of a pilot project at our sports department. And we created some special goals for these guys, which was that they should have 200,000 new digital users per month. And they should create like 750,000 VODs every week. Nowadays they have like 450,000 VODs, and they have like 900,000 per month with digital users. And the way to do this was to, of course, the most important thing is the number 2, the loyalty. How you should maybe target some fewer users, but you have to target them harder. Because it's not only the numbers. If people are only like watching your stories for 10 seconds and then they would just move on to another story, is that a value to you in the editorial department, and is it a value to you when you're going to sell ads? So what we wanted was to create a model which could, with one simple number, tell our journalists, this is quality. And what we did was, of course, we had page views, we have reading time, which is, in my concern, the most important thing in the future, is the reading time. How long would somebody read your stories or stay at your website? And then, of course, Facebook likes, and conversion patterns of embedded links. How many of the links we had inside the stories would people go on to? And then TV, because TV is some new money to us, because we're going to sell TV ads. And then TV conversion. Our problem with the web television at the moment is that only about 50% are converting from the written article into our web TV when there's web TV on the article. And this should mean quality to you. This is, nobody of you would be able to understand what this is. This is Danish, but this is a day for like 12 o'clock. How many page views, sidevisninger, did we have on this certain story? And the number one was something, soccer thing about that the trainer was sacked. And people were reading this, there was 139,000 page views on that story. It was the number one, and they were reading like 2 minutes and 55 seconds. And then you can see the 10 most popular story. But if you add this new way of thinking, the quality into this, it will change. And you will see that this about the guy who was sacked from, he's only the 10th most valuable story for Ekstrabladet with a total score of 47. I would get back to that. So I'll just give you an example of how we are counting the scores. This is one of the stories. This is about a tifo, a Danish tifo in a soccer game. It was only number 3 at the beginning, or it is number 3, even if it only had like 64,000 page views, which is only half of it what the story about this guy, Glenn, the golden Glenn, which was sacked from the soccer. And this is, the way we are doing this is like page views are up to 30 points. The most important is page views and reading time. Both of them are 30 points. So if this story had like 200,000 page views, they would have 30 points. Reading time, if people have been reading this story for, this was read 3 minutes and 33 seconds, which is a lot. But if it had been read like 5 minutes, it would have 30 points as well. VOD, was there a VOD? That's the first thing which would count into the story, because we want the reporters always to have VODs in the stories, would count up to 5 or 2 points only. That's 2 points. And TV conversion was only 24% in this story. So that's only 7 points. And VOD, how many people were watching the VOD? 15,138. That's quite a lot. That's 9 points. Facebook likes, 5 points. And there was no conversion by links in this story. So that was 0 points. So that's totally of 58 points. And you can go up to 100 points. This means that the reporter would know this is a story which is in the middle of the road. You have to make more conversions inside the stories to have some more links inside the stories, and you have to maybe get up the reading time if you want to have a higher score on this story. So we believe that if we should go further on, we have 3 simple ways of doing it. We have to get people back to our website a lot of times. We have this budgets on what our competitors, how much time would they spend at our website. And we believe that if we can get them back to our website, a lot of times we are able to do that, they can be a kind of ambassadors to other people. That's why the social media interaction is so important.